Gen Z does not want to play the game. We do not want to be a part of the rat race. We don't want to. We don't. So you know what happens? A lot of the boomers call us lazy. Oh, we don't know how to do this. We don't have that. And this at the third, which can be true in certain, situations, but not always, and 95% of the time, not true. Because I think we have to be one of the most creative, most explosive generations ever to live. But Gen Z does not want to be a part of the game, the game that they say you have to play to live life, or the rat race or whatever. Because who really wants to be a part of a system that was rigged from the get-go? You wake up every single day in 2026, you look at just the state of the world, the job market, and you look at just the statistics between people getting laid off, people can't find jobs, the rates of everything going up, cost of living and everything going up, and everything feels impossible. Not to mention, why would you want to go to 4 years of university for probably pointless classes and stuff that doesn't even align with your degree, just to go into a job market that literally is not hiring nobody and replacing you with the AI? Who would want to do that? No one is falling for the go to college and you'll be successful thing. And if you're falling for it, you're probably not falling for it. You're probably being forced into it by your parents. That's the honest truth. That's literally 95% of Gen Z. Their parents be like, oh, if you don't go to college, bro, I'm gonna be upset and all that other stuff, bro. I'm gonna say this right now, forget that. That system, that old way to life, it just doesn't work anymore. If you're not in a field that's actually somewhat still intact, or have a degree that's actually still somewhat going to be useful or usable within the next 15 to maybe even 10 plus years or so, then you might as well just look in other directions and look at other jobs that's actually still intact that you can do without work going into hundreds of $1,000s of debt. Because the system right now is so rigged. It's so rigged right now, bro. And Gen Z realizes that. Why would you want to put yourself through hundreds of $1,000s of debt to go into a job market where everybody's competing for the same job that our AI is going to 95% replace a human for? Think about it. Think about it. Gen Z is also waking up and realizing that a lot of the things are rigged. The moment we became adults, everything was on 10 times harder difficulty. It's even harder if you're a sort of minority too, if you're not Caucasian. Straight up. Insurance, everything went up, inflation went up, a whole bunch of other stuff has truly went up. So who really wants to play the game? The game is rigged. There's so many people that are millennials and Gen X's that are even saying they're tired of the game. The game's not fair. People make a certain amount of money and still don't even have enough to cover most of their expenses. The game is rigged. And you think Gen Z wants to put themselves through hell if they've seen their parents or their older brothers and sisters go through pain just trying to get a job and get their foot through the door of life, or struggling in life right now, and they did all the steps? Gen Z's not falling for none of the propaganda no more. I have seen a decrease in people attending college in the last few years, because a lot of people are realizing it's scam, it's a scam, it's scummy, it's a big cash grab for the higher ups. That's how I look at it. A big cash grab for the higher ups. We're the little guinea pigs that they take money from and they farm off of, and that's it. We can't do nothing about it. That's how I look at a lot of the stuff right now in life. It's a lot of things in life that doesn't really make no sense right now. One thing that never made no sense to me is, why do we have billionaires? Loud ass truck passed by my window. But why do we have billionaires? Why does one singular person has that much of a net worth, and we have a society where people are struggling, can't even afford certain things, can't even afford rent, can't even afford their insurance, can't even afford to even feed themselves? Why do we have billionaires in 2026? It makes no sense. Multi-billionaires. The game is rigged. You have all these high people up here, these high empowered people up here, and then you're all the way down there. And it's hard to even climb that ladder. The ladder got taken away from us. Gen Z has woken up and realized that what is the absolute purpose of trying to wake up and play a game that we were never going to win? They tell us, go to school, go to college, do this, do that, all this other stuff. And you do all that just to be in a way worse position you were in before going to college. I can't find a job. And here's the thing. I'm going to say this right now. It doesn't make a difference if you do, or you don't have a job. You're not finding a job in current time right now unless you know somebody, unless you got connections, and that's the only way you're getting in. The last job I had, the only reason I got that job was mainly because I knew somebody. And it wasn't nothing crazy. It was a minimum wage, dead-end job I worked where I just handed out pretzels. That's it. In the mall. So it's just like, what does Gen Z do? Do we just sit there and just stand there? Or we just make a change, or we make our own path? I say we make our own path instead of trying to believe an old system that is going to leave us much more miserable than the average person that was perfectly fine with all of that. But I don't know, that's just me. We're just not falling for it anymore. Let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think. I'm out of here. Take care.